The station clock chimed midnight, its lonely toll echoing through the deserted hall. A single train, bathed in the soft, milky glow of platform lights, waited patiently on track 9. I was its only passenger, a detail that felt less strange and more like a secret invitation. I stepped aboard, the door hissing shut behind me, sealing me into a world of polished mahogany and worn velvet seats. The carriage was empty, or so I thought at first. The train lurched forward, a gentle, rhythmic rock that was instantly soothing, like a lullaby from a half-forgotten dream. As the city lights blurred into a watercolor smear against the window pane, I began to notice them. A woman across the aisle, her face illuminated by the phantom glow of a book I couldn't quite see. She wore a flapper dress, shimmering with beads that caught the passing lights, and her laughter, though silent, seemed to sparkle in the air. A little further down, a soldier in a crisp, old-fashioned uniform stared out the window, his reflection showing a young woman's face beside his, her hand resting on his shoulder. He wasn't alone. None of them were. They were whispers of people, echoes of moments lived within these very walls. A jazz musician near the door tapped his foot to a silent rhythm, his saxophone case covered in stickers from cities I'd only read about. A young couple, huddled together, shared a single pair of earbuds, their heads tilted towards each other, lost in a world of their own. They were translucent, like figures in a faded photograph, yet they felt more real than the empty seats between them. They were memories, stitched into the very fabric of the train. I didn't feel like an intruder. Instead, a profound sense of connection washed over me. I was a traveler among travelers, a keeper of stories just by being there. I found myself imagining their lives. The flapper, perhaps, was on her way to a clandestine dance, her heart thumping with excitement. The soldier, returning from a war he never spoke of, held the memory of his sweetheart as his most precious possession. The young couple, maybe they were running away together, their future an open track before them. Hours melted away. I walked from car to car, each a different era, a new collection of ghosts. In the dining car, crystal glasses chimed with unheard toasts. A conductor, his form wavering like heat haze, tipped his hat to me, a warm, knowing smile on his face. He seemed to be the guardian of this rolling sanctuary, the curator of these fleeting, beautiful moments. He didn't speak, but his eyes said, "Welcome. We've been waiting." I saw a young artist, charcoal smudged on her cheek, sketching the passing countryside with frantic, passionate strokes. Her drawing pad was blank to my eye, but I could feel the energy pouring from her, the desperate need to capture a beauty that only she could see. Then there was an old man, his hands weathered and kind, carefully winding a silver pocket watch. He looked up and caught my eye, and for a fleeting second, his form solidified. He gave me a gentle nod, a gesture of shared understanding between two passengers moving through time. The mystery wasn't frightening, it was enchanting. This wasn't a haunted train. It was a living museum of love, of farewells, of hellos, and of quiet contemplation. Each memory was a love story of its own kind. Love for a person, a passion, a place, a moment. The train itself seemed to be in love with the lives it had carried, holding them close long after their destinations were reached. I felt a strange nostalgia for lives I had never lived, for romances I had only witnessed. I found an empty seat next to a window, opposite a woman who was knitting a brightly colored scarf. Her needles clicked in a silent, comforting rhythm. The scarf seemed to grow and unravel simultaneously, a perfect metaphor for memory itself. I wondered about my own place here. What echo would I leave behind? A quiet girl on a midnight train, watching the ghosts of the past, feeling utterly, completely at home. Perhaps my memory would be one of wonder, of quiet acceptance of the magic that hides just beneath the surface of the ordinary world. As the first hints of dawn painted the sky in shades of rose and lavender, a feeling of gentle melancholy settled over me. The figures began to fade, their edges softening, dissolving back into the velvet and wood. The silent laughter, the unheard music, the phantom conversations all quieted, leaving only the steady rhythm of the wheels on the track. The magic was retreating with the night, preparing for its next journey. The train slowed, pulling into a station that looked identical to the one where I had begun my journey. The sun was rising, casting long shadows and making the world outside feel new and full of promise. As I stepped off the train and onto the platform, I turned back for one last look. The carriage was completely empty now, just a train waiting for its next passengers. But I knew it wasn't empty at all. It was full to the brim with echoes, with stories, with love. And I carried a piece of it with me. The journey hadn't taken me to a new place, but to a new understanding of time, memory, and the beautiful, invisible threads that connect us all. Thank you for joining me on this midnight ride. If you enjoyed this story, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more journeys into the imagination. Until next time, may you find magic in the most unexpected places.